Hi everybody, it's Miss Lorenz. I'm going to talk through lesson 5. In this lesson we are talking about defining equivalent ratios. So we're starting out with a recipe for tuna casserole, and I'll just let you look at that recipe here. But we're asked the ratio of ounces of soup to cups of cheddar cheese, or shredded cheese, to cups of pasta in one batch. So I just took this right from the recipe and I wrote the ratio as 10 to 1 to 3. So this is the first time we've looked at ratios with more than one value. Usually our ratios that we've worked with so far have just two values that we're comparing. So it is possible for us to use more than one value. Let's look at how we're going to apply these three values in this ratio. So if we are going to double the amount of casserole, then we're going to double each of these values. So 10 times 2 is 20, 1 times 2 is 2, and 3 times 2 is 6. So we get the ratio of 20 to 2 to 6. If we want to make half the amount of casserole, then we're just going to divide each of those numbers by 2, or half them. So 10 divided by 2 is 5. Of course, half of 1 is a half, and half of 3 is, this should be 1 1/2. Glad I'm checking this with you guys. All right. If we're going to make a casserole that has 5 times the amount, so obviously for like a big party or something, then we're going to multiply each of these numbers by 5. So 10 times 5 is 50, 1 times 5 is 5, and 3 times 5 is 15. And then lastly, if we want to make a casserole that's 1/5 the amount of casserole as the original, then we're going to take 1/5 of all of those original amounts. Remember, when we take a fifth of something, we're multiplying by a fifth, which is the same thing as dividing by 5. So I'm thinking of it myself in my head as 10 divided by 5 to get 2. I'm taking a fifth of 1, or dividing 1 by 5, and I get a fifth. And then I'm taking a fifth of 3, or taking 3 divided by 5, and I get 3/5. So what's the ratio of the cups of pasta to ounces of tuna in one batch? If we look back at the recipe, then we get 3 to 6. So how many batches of casserole would you make if you use the following amounts? So if it was 9 cups of pasta and 18 ounces of tuna, we had to multiply 3 times 3 to get 9 and 6 times 3 to get 18. So that means that we made 3 batches. If we have 36 ounces of tuna and 18 cups of pasta, notice which word goes with which number. So the 6 goes with the ounces of tuna, and 6 times 6 is 36, whereas the 3 goes with the cups of pasta, and we know that 3 times 6 is 18. So that would be 6 batches this time. And then lastly, we have 1 cup of pasta and 2 ounces of tuna. So to get from 3 to 1, I have to divide, I have to find a third of that, right? I have to divide by 3. So 3 divided by 3 is 1, or I'm taking a third of 3 to get 1. I'm going to do the same thing with 6. I'm going to find a third of 6 to get 2, or I'm going to divide 6 by 3. So remember, same thing. If you multiply by a third, it's the same thing as dividing by 3. All right, last one. The ratio of 5 to 3 and 10 to 6 are equivalent ratios, and we have to decide if some of these ring true to that equivalence. So is 15 to 12 equivalent to 5 to 3? Well, it's not, because look at this. 5 times 3 is 15, but 3, it's 3 times 4 here. So this is a multiple of 5, but this is a multiple of 4. And to be an equivalent ratio, we have to multiply both of our values in that ratio by the same number. So is the ratio 30 to 18 equivalent? Well, it is. So this time, let me erase this a little bit. All right, so this time I'm going to use that 10 to 6 ratio. And if I multiply the 10 times 3, I get 30, and 6 times 3, and I get 18. So since we're multiplying both of the values in that ratio by the same number, we know that this ends up being an equivalent ratio. 2 more examples of ratios that are equivalent to 5 to 3. So remember, I could write these forever. This doesn't end. So you could multiply, as long as you're multiplying both of these values by the same number, you can just keep going. So anything you have here, you can that works for that, you can mark correct. I want to show you that in this first one, I multiplied by a fifth. So don't forget that you can multiply by your numbers that are smaller than 1, greater than 0, and still get an equivalent ratio. So if I multiply both of these numbers by a fifth, I get 1 to 3/5, and that is an equivalent ratio to 5 to 3. If I multiply both those values by 4, I get 20 to 12. If I multiply them both by 5, I get 25 to 15. Let's get crazy and multiply them both by 1,000, and I get 5,000 to 3,000, and I think you get the idea. So how do we know, lastly, when ratios are equivalent and when they're not equivalent? Remember, we have to multiply both of the numbers in that ratio by the same value. All right, that's it. I hope that helps, and thanks for listening, everybody.